Hello everyone, this is Justin Harvey. This is my introduction video. I was born in Virginia, lived in the Tidewater region for the first few years of my life, but my parents moved us into the Blue Ridge Mountains in central Virginia when I was really little, and lived there until I was about 7 years old, when my parents moved our family to Chile in South America. My parents served as missionaries there. And so there I am on the right, looking highly suspicious with a bottle of Orange Crush soda. My sister's on the left, and then some friends of ours in the middle. They had invited us over for dinner that night. And that whole experience of living in Chile when I was really young was pretty life-changing, pretty formative period of my life between 7 and 10. Learned a new language and experienced a new culture. Saw levels of poverty that I had not seen in the States before, and in some ways that I wouldn't see in the States ever. And so pretty life-changing experience there, something that's really formed me for the rest of my life. When I was about 10, we moved back to the States, and eventually we settled in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And so I spent a good deal of time in Winston-Salem, finished middle school there, went through high school, and my parents stayed there when I was in college. And so it's really, I consider it my hometown. I've spent some years away, which I'll get to in just a minute, but I do currently live back in Winston-Salem and really love this city. I went to undergrad at Appalachian, go Mountaineers. And there I am on the right with my friends. We had decked ourselves out for, I think it was a football game against Georgia Southern, and went all out with face paint. And so really loved my time there. I was a sociology undergrad major, and really enjoyed my studies. Again, the things that I learned there really impacted me and formed kind of what I would do for the next few years. Which was a lot of nonprofit advocacy work in North Carolina and then some in other states. After a while, though, I moved in 2007 to Seattle, Washington, to attend the Seattle School of Theology and Psychology. It's a small, progressive counseling and seminary in downtown Seattle. This is This is the campus, this one building. Pretty amazing school. Had a really great experience there, and wasn't quite sure what I was going to do. Felt a call to study theology, culture, and a little bit of psychology. And so really did that program as a way of sort of finding myself and finding my voice and my vocation. After that, I spent some time again, continuing in the nonprofit world, again, there in Seattle. And while I was there, I met my wife, Sky, who you see there on the left. This was us on a hike at Wallace Falls in Washington. We're just amazing trails and places to see out there in Washington. As a little side note, on the right, you'll see my wife and I are expecting in February. It'll be our first child. So there's a little baby Harvey there, and we're, of course, thrilled about that. Here's some other photos of Seattle and the Seattle area. So this is a view from Gasworks Park in Seattle, looking over Lake Washington. Just really, it's Lake Union. Really just amazing city. Just as far as the skyline, as far as the culture, I really fell in love with Seattle quickly. This was Deception Pass. It's a short drive from Seattle north towards the Canada border, and just this really amazing overpass that you can drive on over and see this just really amazing pass in the Sound. And then here's a photo I snapped of a sunset one evening. I was driving home, and you see the water and the mountain range behind us there. And that there's no filter on that. That's just exactly how it was. And this was the kind of thing that just makes that part of the country pretty magical. just the water and mountains and all that right together is just pretty unique. So I spent about 5 years in Seattle, and again, after grad school, kind of searching for what I was going to be doing, and we moved back to Winston-Salem so that I could pursue teaching. So last year, I started my first year teaching at Clemens Middle School here in Winston-Salem, teaching 8th grade social studies, which is U.S. history. And so here I am last year. This was a team. We had like all the 8th grade teams got together, and we had subject level trivia challenges. And so here I am with the group of students that I chose from my team, and we were the 8th grade social studies trivia champions. I was proud of these kids. They were an awesome group. And so my first year was a great experience, and still feel a little bit like I've got my groove, but still feel a little new to the whole teaching thing as well. And so I'm really looking forward to this program so that I can learn a lot more and learn how to serve these students better, and how to reach more students and get more of them to be as excited as you see these kids here are about learning and achieving something fun. So that's me. I'm really looking forward to getting to know all of you and exploring middle grades education and the theory and the practice behind it. And so, thanks for your time, and look forward to our conversations.